So a big boost for Newcastle United going into that home clash against Brighton tomorrow. Alexander Isak is back, he's trained and looks good going into that game against the Seagulls at St James's Park for the first game back after that international break. Not as much clarity given on Callum Wilson, who has trained. Don't get me wrong, Newcastle have taken a look at him, but Eddie Howe confirming here at the Newcastle Media Centre that basically they're going to have to wait. They're looking at him on a day-to-day basis, and when he does come back, they want him to be back for a long time. They don't want him breaking down with injury, so a bit more caution with Callum Wilson, but certainly Isak is back in contention. Unfortunately, Kieran Trippier won't be available. That hamstring injury against Everton will rule him out for a few weeks, according to Eddie Howe. So another big player not available for this first game back after the national break. But better news on Lewis Smiley. He is back in training, and again, it remains to be seen whether Newcastle throw him in early or they wait. There's obviously that game against Chelsea coming up in the Carabao Cup as well before this month is done, and a trip to Chelsea as well, so there's plenty of games to be played. Eddie Howe today quizzed a lot about the England job. Was he interviewed? He said he wasn't. Was he approached? He said he wasn't. Would he take it in the future? He said can't rule anything out, but at the moment he's very focused on Newcastle United, and that's what the fans will want to hear. I think really it's been an intense period since pre-season, really, that Eddie Howe has constantly been linked with England, but now obviously Thomas Tuchel is in the hot seat, and yeah, the whole thing calms down again. But I think, to be fair to Eddie Howe, he's pretty much said it from the word go that, you know, Newcastle was his focus. He never said he wanted to leave. He clearly hasn't applied for the job, which I think is a key thing that not everyone's spoken about. So yeah, all positive for Newcastle United fans. That is the message they want to hear from the manager. He's focused, he wants to win a trophy here, he wants to become that first manager to finally break the trophy duck since 1969, and one of the first English bosses to win something for, you know, the first time in a long time. I think you're going back to Harry Redknapp and Steve McLaren as English managers winning trophies. So there's a lot to play for Eddie Howe, still in club management, but ultimately looks like he's going to be here to stay for some time. So Newcastle going in that game against Brighton, protecting a 12-game unbeaten home run in all competitions. Haven't lost since Oscar Bob scored late on against Manchester City. This is a real opportunity for them to kick on and make a statement after that international break.